two things we've covered this week. First of all, we've covered sort of the higher education system and, of course, the problems that people like Miriam Cates, and especially some of her, well, right wing of the Tory party, are trying to blame that on the problems of the country, when in actual fact, as we said back then, the reality is it is 13 years of Tory rule, 13 years of Tory mass economic mismanagement, and just not even managing to reap the benefits that were actually planted by Tony Blair by not creating the opportunities and the jobs for these people to go into. Hence, according to Miriam Case, they've become stuck as Starbucks baristas and become disgruntled with their lot in life. Hence, they have now become radical leftists. So that's one thing. The other thing, of course, we talked about as well this week is, of course, AI. Now, AI has a lot, and I mean a lot of possibilities to do a lot of harm. But at the same time, AI has the ability to do a lot of good. And especially when it comes into the area of education. AI in particular could help free up teachers' administration time so that they have more time to spend with students and help them with stuff. But we also say, because I think I've said before on this channel, I've got two friends who are teachers. They are currently struggling with when they ask for essays and things like that. Is it the kid that has written this, or is it or has someone like ChatGPT written this essay? And it can be hard to tell, but our current education system prioritizes repetition and the memorization of facts. Memorization? Is that a word? But that is really currently our education system, and it is very, very, very much need of a kick in the pants, shall we say. And certainly AI will bring massive, I think, opportunities to really disrupt education, probably in a very, very good way. Certainly, it will help teachers out, but also it will help as a tool for students. Because as I always say, AI, and things like ChatGPT is nothing more really than a tool. Like I say, I've got my account open here, and you can see some of the stuff that I've been using it to do stuff with and using it to write with. I'm going to show a quick demonstration of it quickly today about how potentially it could be used by a student in this case. So before we do go on into this, like I say, thank you everyone again for always watching. Like I say, there are links down below where you can help with the channel, the Patreon page, the monetization link where you can buy me coffee, etc., etc. And of course, you can always help with the channel by clicking the like and share button. So, on into this. So, as I said, I've got two friends who are teachers. In particular, one indeed is, should we say, saying that they've had this student since year 7, have noticed suddenly in the past couple of months a remarkably improvement in their essay writing. And particularly, of course, this goes into things like their coursework as well, because they're at the GCSE level. And they're like, well, I've got nothing to say that it's not them doing it, but hey, when it comes to the exam, they're not going to have ChatGPT to help them out. But this is, I think, something that we need to really recognize, that, we've got to really fundamentally look at how we judge education, and that the repetition and the remembering of facts that we really see in our current education system is not really fit for purpose, and that human intelligence is vastly more capable of creativity and the desire for sort of knowledge and sort of interpretation and all kinds of stuff that we could really use to change the education system fundamentally in this country. And AI could be the very thing to help unlock that. So I just want to read this quick quote um, from someone, because, like I say, AI has actually been used. I didn't know this. AI has actually been used, especially in teaching, for quite a while. So I just want to read this quote from an article about how AI could change education. So AI could be a force for tremendous good within education. It could release teachers from administrative tasks, giving them more opportunities to spend time with students. However, we are woefully equipped to actually benefit from AI that is currently flooding the market. It does not have to be like this. There is still time to prepare, and we must act quickly and wisely. AI has actually been used in education for more than a decade. AI powered systems such as Carnegie Learning or Alexis can analyze student responses to questions and adapt to learning materials to help meet their individual needs. AI tools such as TeachFX and Edthenia can also enhance teacher training and support. And to reap the benefits of these technologies, we must actually design an effective way to roll AI out across the education system and to regulate this properly. So, AI is there already used in our education system, but it's not really rolled out functionally to really help teachers. And once again, this is something that the government will actually have to, invest in. Um, but it is something actually fair enough. We should probably really look at and how actually tools like AI could really help um, teachers. But now I want to, like I say, I want to show you this. So I've got in ChatGPT here. We'll see if it does it. Sometimes it doesn't do it, so hopefully I've done it. But I've asked it to write a 1,000-word essay about the Norman invasion of England. Very, very good history topic. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Here we are, and there it goes. You can see off writing my essay for me. So, um, just imagine if you are, a history student, and you get asked to write an essay. Well, you can see it being written right there. I mean, there it goes. Um, so yeah, that took, well, less than a minute. But yeah, it just goes to show you how impressive, but also how worrying we need to think about things like education. I mean, history in particular really is one of those subjects, especially in education, where it is and it all comes down to the memorization and the remembering of facts. And that is how history just gets taught. But as I've always said, and I'm a lover of history, I think history needs a fundamental rethink in how it is really taught in schools. Um, but like I say, as you can see here, I've just got ChatGPT to to just write me a 1,000-word essay in seconds. But there you go. It is shocking, but I would not be surprised if there were teachers who have seen this and have been in this situation where they've received an essay and they're like, your essays normally aren't this good, but uh, good for you. Um, it is difficult to actually tell the difference between someone who might write a normal essay and, of course, how we would judge how teachers mark particular essays. So I don't know. If this essay again was submitted to a teacher, would they be able to tell that this had been written by an AI or by a student? Again, you don't know. It's difficult to tell, but like I say, it's been pretty good to be honest. So just the beginning part of it, the Norman invasion of England, a turning point in history. The Norman invasion of England, which culminated in the Battle of Hastings in 1066, is a pivotal event in history that dramatically altered the course of England's development and the influence of the shaping of Europe for centuries to come. Led by William the Conqueror, the Duke of Normandy, the invasion not only brought about a change in rulership, but also introduced significant political, social, and cultural transformations. This essay dives into these causes, events, and consequences of the Norman invasion, highlighting its profound impact on English society and the wider world. I mean, it's going to be difficult for teachers to tell. I will admit that. If you're a teacher and if you're a history teacher and you've just seen me do that in seconds, how can you tell the difference between someone who's generally written an essay and someone who's used ChatGPT? Might be pretty difficult. Although you might say, "Oh well, aren't those essays the same?" Potentially not. I don't know if it would sort of come out the same if two people were to phrase. They'd have to use probably the exact same phrasing, but there's nothing stopping me putting even more stuff in that initial description to talk about more of the Norman invasion, which would lead ChatGPT to probably change it. And because we really teach, again, the memorization and repetition of facts is how our education system is, it's difficult to tell. Like I say, I'd be very interested to see what teachers would think, or if you are a teacher, what are your opinions on this? Have you had instances of where just like a student has used AI or Chat GPT to write an essay? I'd love to generally know what your thoughts on this, and how do you see AI as a potential tool that you could be useful to you in the classroom? I'd be really interested to know what the what teachers are thinking about AI and how they are coming across it, and do they see opportunities, or what do they think about it? I'd be very interested to know. So if you are a teacher, do leave a comment down below on what you think of that. So like I say, if you're a history teacher, well, who knows? Who really knows how many essays you probably might have read in maybe the past year or so that have been written by ChatGPT? Who can say? Then, of course, as always, like I say, please do, like I say, leave a comment down below if what you think about this all as well. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.